And she said, Arthur, I want you to make sure you take a shower every day, maybe twice, because when it hits summer, you just smell.
皆さん、こんにちは。アーサーです。あなたの実際に使える英語のレッスン力を鍛えるために、今回の動画はネイティブ同士の会話をお届けしたいと思います。もともと The Austin and Arthur Show という別のチャンネルで僕とアメリカ人の友達のオースティンとの会話を毎週シェアしています。100% 生の会話だし、生の英語が学べるチャンスですが、字幕がないのでちょっとハードルが高いですね。そこで今回は日本でなかなか買えないアメリカ人にとって欠かせない日用品について話した動画を日本語と英語の字幕付きでこのチャンネルでシェアしたいと思います。字幕がついているので自分のリスニングと自分の理解度が確認できます。それで早速 Let's get started.
All right, man, cheers. So, Austin, I have a very happy announcement.
All right.
We officially have 103 friends. Our AA friends group is now 103 members.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy because we just started it up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and I have to say, so we've done two
live calls
with our AA friends.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm not going to say I was hesitant at first, but like I was really kind of nervous, especially getting this started and going like, man, like, is this going to be weird?
Yeah.
Like, do people even really want to hear us talk? Like, I feel like people are going to get on this call and it's like, these guys suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But both the calls we've done have been super fun.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed them.
Yeah. And a lot of the people from the first time came the second time. So I feel like I'm getting to know these people.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And we have another call coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Right.
So yeah, that'll be cool.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I'm really happy. I didn't think we would get so many subscribers so fast, but knowing that you guys really want to get the subtitles and the scripts. One thing I do want to say is, as a thank you for everyone's support, we're actually going to do a little bit something new. I haven't told you this yet, but you know, our videos get kind of long.
Yeah.
So having one script and watching one video is kind of difficult. But what we're actually going to start doing on the AA Friends group is we're going to split up the videos into about 15-minute segments.
Oh.
So we'll have a nice long video for people who want the long videos, but then we'll have 15-minute segments of video with subtitles and a script. So it's a smaller doable package,
chunk
you know?
To go through.
Yeah. Just because, you know, we really appreciate what you're doing and we want to help more. There's so many things we can do.
You know, I am so excited that there's so many people who've taken an interest in our channel, just for the sole purpose of practicing English.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of people who watch our channel because like either they feel like a connection to the things we're talking about because maybe they're expats from another country or maybe they're Japanese but live somewhere else, and so they kind of understand like what we're going through and some of the like references that we make.
Yeah.
But something that I didn't expect that we'd get is that we get a lot of people who generally want to hear authentic English about authentic topics and not like the classroom topics are like, let's talk about the weather or what do I want to eat for breakfast, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, and also, you know, it's funny because a lot of people think that, because they say that your English is easy to understand and my English is easy to understand, and there have been many comments saying, you guys are talking so that we can understand,
crazy, right?
Yeah, because it's just how we talk about.
It blows my mind. So just to get this out of the way, and we've said this many times.
Yeah,
I'm not slowing down my English.
Yeah, this is how he really talks.
I talk
all the
like
time.
this.
Yeah,
and to be fair, I am like a professional English teacher.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like that's really influenced how I talk.
Yeah, that's
right?
You're more articulate than most, I would say.
Yeah.
Because I have some friends who kind of talk like this, you know, you can't really understand what they're saying, but
yeah, exactly, right. And I feel like because you're kind of in the same industry as me, that like you've also been influenced by that.
Yeah,
but I'm not slowing myself down when I talk.
Yeah,
right
we're not
now.
trying to slow down our English. You know, this is just how we normally talk. You know.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I think there's so many things. But anyways, Tony Kaku, thank you guys so much. We're also going to be setting up a like a sake wish list system because someone tried to send us some sake that was really delicious. Thank you, M-san, for sending us that. But it was yoreizo, it was genshu, so it had to be refrigerated, and that caused a lot of headaches. So,
did it?
Yeah, like it came to us 10 days late and stuff. And so I want to create a system where it's easier for people to send us stuff. But yeah, I hope we can grow more of a community out of this.
You know, honestly, it's like we're just kind of taking our first steps with this, but it is so, I'd love being part of this community. It's so much fun. I love our monthly our monthly calls. It's so much fun, like getting to learn about like everyone's lives and stuff, and just kind of having conversations and seeing what people's opinions are. So, you know, if you've been joining our calls or if you haven't, but you know, you're listening to our channel, like, thank you. This is awesome. It's really cool.
これからもよろしくお願いします。
Yeah. And you know, like, even if you don't want to join, like, just leave a comment on our videos. Arthur and I go through the comments and look at them. We respond to them. So
we look at every single one.
I do.
And Austin gets sad sometimes. So make sure you tell Austin, Austin, you're looking particularly sexy today.
Yeah, you know, as sexy as a fat old man can be.
A fat, hairy old man.
A fat, hairy old
Anyways, man, what are we talking about today?
Okay, so we are talking about things that you often buy or that you just buy in the US, but you don't buy over here because either you don't need them or you can't get them.
Yeah. The thing that made me think about this topic was I got into not necessarily a fight, but a little bit of a tussle with my wife.
Okay.
About
you stinky?
Well, no, about how the house was not very organized, and I said, "Oh yeah, I really want to have a clean house."
Yeah.
And she said, "Arthur, I want you to make sure you take a shower every day, maybe twice, because when it hits summer, you just smell." I was like, "Oh, thank you, Natsumi. Thank you." Thank you.
It just went straight to the heart.
Seriously. No, but what was funny is because after I mentioned that, like about 5 minutes later, I was like doing the laundry or something, and she comes in, she's like, "Make sure you shower once a day, at least maybe twice a day." Because to be fair, there have already been days now. It's getting hotter, so the days are getting hotter, and the sweat is more. And
you're just living your heritage as a sweaty Greek man.
Seriously, man, I'm moving into sweat season where basically from the moment I go outside until I get home, I am like a sweat bomb. I hate it because I have a backpack, which means I automatically get the sweat stains on my back. I just hate it. And you know, I found out that not all Japanese people, but some Japanese people actually have fewer sweat glands, and so they don't sweat as much as us. And also another thing, there was this other video I saw where the Japanese girl was being interviewed, and she said she didn't want to date a foreign man because they smell bad and they sweat too much. That's awesome. So I need to buy deodorant.
Yeah. Good luck with that here.
Yeah, right? Well, it goes back to like people don't, like not everyone, but some people don't sweat as much here. So it's really hard to find good deodorant here.
You know, I actually really want to challenge that belief or that claim that like there's a lot of people here that don't sweat.
There's some people who sweat a lot for sure.
Because like, man, as somebody who regularly commutes in the morning, especially during the summer, there are some stinky people here.
There are some stinky people, but
some really stinky people.
And this is why
here.
you can't talk about Japanese people as monolith, because so in Japan, it's very much we are Japanese. But to be honest, the identity may be Japanese, but the background is very different. You know, there's a lot of genetic mixing.
What is it, like Ainu and Ryukyu?
Yeah, but not even that. There's also like Chinese and Korean, and then also like one of my best friends, Ken, his grandfather is Russian. No, great-grandfather is Russian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you have that kind of mixing in there too. And so people have all these differences that they aren't aware of.
Yeah.
But there's a type of Japanese people that just doesn't really sweat. Like I remember, I remember when I was in high school, this was 2007. It was the year the Nintendo Wii came out. I remember because I stayed in line for the Nintendo Wii while it was here.
Yeah.
This guy, his name was Takuro. He was a Japanese college student and stayed at our house for about 2 months or so, 2-3 months. It was great having him here. He was really, really quiet. And now I've seen him on Facebook and he's becoming a really amazing guy. But I just remember he never smelled bad, ever. Like never. Like I would go to his room and I would never smell sweat, or like before he showered, like, you know, normally when you would smell bad, I didn't smell anything, and it was the weirdest thing, you know? He just didn't smell bad.
Interesting.
And I was like, what, is he an alien or something? Wait, so one second, it's in my backpack. Keep on talking about your experience. I'll be right back in a second.
So I want to talk about deodorant just because I think this is kind of an interesting discussion about history. Because you're familiar with Axe body spray. You can get Axe here in Japan actually too. So I was a 7th grader in junior high.
Yeah, they had the ads where like you spray Axe and then all the girls chase after you.
Yeah, so Axe body spray came out. So like America's like really into deodorant.
Yeah,
just because we got some stinky people.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. So in Europe, people don't use deodorant as much.
Yeah, it's like just America that does it, right?
Yeah.
Which is really weird because like Europeans are, because they don't use deodorant, are kind of known to be really stinky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because they spent the vast majority of their existence without showers. Like just to tell you, so people talk about the Palace of Versailles in France and how everyone was so beautiful in such nice clothes and regalia. There were no toilets. People would poop under the staircases.
Oof.
Like that's where you went to poop. There was like a bucket there and you would poop there.
Wow.
And that's why perfume became so good, because everyone smelled like sweat and poop because they never showered or took baths.
Well, you learn something new every day.
There you go, man. Sorry. So that's why people don't wear deodorant, I guess. But anyways, yeah.
So Axe body spray came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in 7th grade, and this is such a vivid memory because when you transition from elementary school to junior high, you start doing gym class by changing into your gym clothes in the locker room. You don't do that as an elementary kid.
Yeah, right.
Elementary kid, you just like, dude, kids wear jeans. All right, cool. You're wearing jeans for PE class. But once you hit junior high, it's like you have a gym uniform that you have to change into. I don't know why I keep using that word.
English teacher.
Yeah. You change into, right? It's just like school here in Japan. So the boys' locker room, we always have a locker room for boys and girls, right? And that year, Axe body spray came out, and it was like the thing to have.
Yeah.
And that room was like literal, like I swear it's like the only way I could describe it is like World War II gas warfare, or World War I gas warfare,
but
where they were like using mustard gas.
Yeah.
But instead of mustard gas, it was like Axe body spray.
It's like a haze of Axe body spray.
Oh my God, it was horrendous to deal with.
Well, they also had a ton of different scents. Like, and when you're like 13 years old and you're in middle school, you start to really feel like, oh, I like girls. I want them to like me. Yeah. Oh, if I smell good, girls will like me.
Yeah.
So I actually had like three cans of Axe body spray that were different because I would wear them on different times, you know, because I just had to smell right at the right time, you know? Yeah. But it was funny, like the marketing, the brainwashing into that, you know?
Dude, oh my God. And, you know, so it's like you would just, there would just be literal, like people would come out choking out of the locker room.
Okay, because also when you're a kid, you don't know how much to put on. You just put on too much.
And just like use the whole can in one go.
But then when you grew up a little bit, you graduated to this guy.
The Old Spice.
Old Spice.
This is old reliable. If you're an American man, you use Old Spice.
Old Spice so Axe is people's first deodorant spray.
Yeah.
Old Spice is the transition between a boy to like a young adult or a man. And this, I don't know why, but ever since probably I went to high school.
Let me just get a little sniff of that just for nostalgia. Oh man.
Yeah. I know. I have this in my backpack now because I can put it on before I leave the office, so Natsumi will not complain about me smelling so much.
Oh my God, that just hit me with so much nostalgia.
I know, right? It's that smell. It's because it's like the original Axe body spray was a little, original Old Spice was a little bit like cinnamony, or something. And this one isn't cinnamony, but it's definitely got that.
It reminds me
like,
of being
fresh.
20 years old.
Yeah.
That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, but the thing is I cannot get this in Japan.
No.
or I have to pay a fortune online to get it, you know?
Yeah, you can buy it on Amazon for like $30 a stick.
Seriously. So I'll go to the States and I'll stock up on I go to the States every year, so I'll stock up on like 1 or 2 of these.
Yeah.
Because that'll last me about a year, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so deodorant is like one thing. One thing that's funny about also the summer thing, I think we talked about this on a previous episode, but I remember, because I call this the summer season here sweat season, and the humidity really gets at me. And I remember 2 summers ago, Nutsme and I went to the States with our kids and we were having lunch and she just looks over to me and says, Arthur, why is your hair so nice? Because my hair was not greasy and sweaty and patted down. It was like in its natural state because I was in the area I grew up in. Yeah. And she said, wow, this is where you belong, Arthur. This is where your body fits, you know, because I didn't have to deal with all the stuff I deal with in Japan, you know? But what are some other things that you can't get here that you have to get from the States?
You know, something that I think may come as a bit of a shock to people, but toothpaste.
Really?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. If you made it this far, we have an awesome opportunity to join the
Austin and Arthur Friends. Because in the Austin and Arthur Friends, you can get the rest of this video with English and Japanese subtitles and all the other videos we don't share on this channel. You can also get access to the PDF script for you to read along with the video. You'll get this long conversation in separate smaller videos so it's easy to study, access to a Kaien Gente community, members only community, and opportunities to talk directly with us.
Wow!
Wow!
That's so amazing! You should join today.
Yeah, have fun.
Bye, everybody!
こういう動画では生きた英語を学べるかもしれませんが、言語学習の最大の壁はフレーズや文法をたくさん学んでも実際に外国人の対面して話す機会が来たら頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこないという問題になることです。僕も日本に来る前に日本語を4年間勉強したのですが、日本に来たら全く喋れないという辛い経験をしたことがありました。でもその経験のおかげで実際に話せるようになる鍵を発見して、世界とつながるメソッドという無料 PDF にまとめました。そのメソッドとして900人以上の方が実際に話せるようになりました。で、そのメソッドの詳細はただいま無料 PDF でシェアしていますので、興味がありましたらぜひこちらをクリックするか、動画の下にあるリンクをぜひクリックしてください。As always, enjoy your English adventures. これからも一緒に世界とつながりましょう。See you next time!